Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Eva. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This week I'm going to be planning with the HarrietWrightDesigns. I'm so sorry for the lack of videos. It's been exactly a month since this plan with me was actually done, I believe. It is currently August 6th that I'm recording this, and I've just fallen behind on planning a lot, so I'm trying to do some catch up. I am changing the format of how I'm doing my videos, and I just hope you guys enjoy how it looks. If you guys have any suggestions or anything else, please let me know in the comments down below. Please disregard my nails. From far away they look really nice, but if you look really close up, they're actually really crooked and not that great. This was my first time trying on some sticker nails. I've never used them before, and I thought I would try it out, and I don't think I really know how to use them yet, so I'm gonna have to try to buy another set to try another time. But I really like the designs of this one, so I wanted to wear it. I've never really liked transparent nails, but after doing this design, I think I'm inspired to try to do this on my own. Because this plan with me was so long ago, I might not remember all of the things that are going to be happening this week, but I do remember one important thing that happened, which is me and my fiance closed down on a house that we bid on or put an offer for, and it's really exciting. And the thing that's been kind of keeping me from planning right now has just been getting ready for the move. And after we discovered how dirty the place was, we actually had a lot of cleanup to do, and we discovered that we wanted to do painting of almost all the walls of the house. So it's just been a real long journey, and we thought it would be a faster process, which is why I've kind of fallen behind on my Instagram posts as well as on my YouTube posts as well. I've just been spending my days painting away and just getting ready for the move, and whenever I get home I get so exhausted that I haven't even had time to plan personally for myself, as well as even do to-do lists on my recollections planner, which I usually do. Lately I've been just using my iPhone to write down to-do lists in the notes section, and I've just been kind of recording my days throughout through that way instead. I recently reached 1,900 followers on Instagram, which I'm really thankful for. If you follow me, thank you so much. If not, please go to my Instagram, Plan with Eva. I do a lot more close-up shots of my posts, and you get to see more aesthetically pleasing pictures, if you will. I also like to do a lot of my nails and inspired posts, which are nails inspired by washi posts. Sometimes I'll choose a washi and I'll do my nails and try to match its kind of aesthetic, or I'll do the reverse one. I'll do my nails one week and then I'll try to choose different washi to match the nails that I have on my nails. If you're interested in any of those posts, please go check them out on Plan with Eva, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon, so hopefully I'll keep you guys posted on that as well. I hope you guys will bear with me, because after this month school's going to be starting up again. Luckily, our CPS just announced that we will be starting off the year remotely, which I'm very grateful for. I've heard about the cases in Georgia and how they started schools, and lots of cases of COVID cases were going up because of that as well. A lot of the students were getting sick as well as the staff, and that was worrying me a lot thinking about school, because I'm in preschool. A lot of the people were saying that we were going to be going back to school full time, and that was going to be giving me a lot of anxiety, just thinking about all the students that are at risk as well as the staff, and trying to keep little preschoolers away from each other is a very hard thing, especially since I work with special education. A lot of the special education requires me to do more physical work as well, because some students need the physical touch as well as the physical assistance sometimes. And just thinking about that was making me really anxious to think about how it would be working in the new school year. So I'm really grateful that it's going to be starting off remote. It's going to be very interesting since I'm going to a new classroom. It's going to be interesting to see how we're going to be collaborating that way, especially with new students that are coming into the school system. If you guys are students or teachers or parents, I'd love to hear your opinion about what you guys think about the opening of the school year. How is it where you guys are, and how do you guys feel about it? Is it comfortable? Do you feel safe going back to school? Would you rather not? Just let me know down below and I'll respond as soon as I can. As you saw, I laid down most of my base. I did my bottom washi as well as the headers and the date covers, and now I'm starting on the sidebar. I used the headers in the middle from the kit, but the gray ones and the pink ones I used for my own stash. Since we became homeowners this week, I decided to use this kit from HarrietWrightDesigns, and one of the quote boxes says Home Sweet Home, so I thought it would just be perfect. And there's just little elements of different parts of a house or an office, I guess you would say, and planner items that are so pretty in this kit that I love so much. The art in HarrietWrightDesigns kits are always so beautiful, so I really enjoyed using it this week, even though I'm not a huge fan of gold. On the sidebar, I laid down this little pink sticker that's kind of a divider with some gold foil on it. That's from a Samantha May Sticks extra that I received. I used 2 habit trackers this week, one for Milo's medication. Milo's my dog. He takes some medication for anxiety and just separation anxiety specifically, as well as thunders and fireworks when July 4th was close by. So I'm just marking down that to make sure that I'm giving it to him daily, because if I don't, usually the effects aren't as great. I've also put down a habit tracker for my skincare, and you'll see me putting down that in a second. I didn't realize that the camera was not focusing on the rest of the sidebar, but on the bottom I just showed you that I'm going to be using this extra full box. I really like to use 9 full boxes in my full weekly kit if possible, especially since on the sidebar I usually don't have that many things to mark. I usually just mark the dinners that I have as well as the habit trackers that I am using. I finally realized that it wasn't showing, so I moved my camera and I changed the layout of how I was putting my sidebar this week. Instead of the habit trackers being together, I decided to separate them, one at the top and one on the bottom, and then in the middle I would put the weekly box to record my dinners. I just wanted to separate all the full boxes from each other as well as the habit trackers, just to make it a little bit more even instead of everything being clumped together. Now I'm going to be laying down all my full boxes. Like I always say, there's usually no rhyme or reason for where I put my full boxes. I also realized that usually I do like to put boxes with darker colors on the edges just to kind of create a border for the rest of my week, which is why I put the box with the iMac in the corner right here, since it was the one with the darkest colors. And some of these I'm kind of struggling with just because I tried a different way of laying down my headers this week and they might not be even, but I honestly was too tired and exhausted just to even care too much, so I placed them down and you'll see the spaces are kind of off for some of them, but that's okay. So another thing I like to do for my full boxes is, like for this box that I'm placing right now, since the objects are kind of facing towards the left, I wanted to put it right next to I use kind of the spiral as a medium for everything. So since it was facing to the left, I kind of want the spiral to act as a wall for the full box. It makes sense in my head. I don't know if it's really making sense when I'm saying it out loud to you guys, but that's how I kind of like to do directional kind of full boxes like that as well. I also love HarrietWrightDesigns full boxes just because she does usually add a little bit of foil in most of them. For the ones that don't have any, I usually have enough items from myself to add a little bit of foil in them, but I think because she already puts so much foil to most of her boxes, it kind of balances each other out, where if I didn't have the extra foil and I didn't like that extraness, it would still look really pretty on its own. This full box with the stickers was probably another one of my favorites. It's so pretty. It has all the stickers laid out in someone's hand, and it's all foiled in each of the different sheets. If you look at my Instagram, I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to take pictures of this so you can see the close-up shots of the foil and how pretty it shows, but I really liked how that looked. And double boxes, I usually change the way that I usually put them. They're usually not in one specific area. I guess for this plan with me, it ended up being the last boxes that I chose. I usually kind of guide different full boxes to which days I would think would have less plans, which ironically is usually not Friday and Saturday, but this week I guess that's just how it worked out. There, I'm finished with all the full boxes, and now I'm going to go back into the kit to look for my weekend banner. And this weekend banner is actually really gorgeous. I just had a hard time trying to figure out where I wanted to place it, but I ended up putting it right on top of the pink headers. Moving on to the daily plans. First off, in the morning, right when I was sleeping, I actually experienced sleep paralysis, which I haven't had for the longest time, But these last 2 weeks for this plan with me, not from present day, but from when this plan with me, I was planning it out, these last 2 weeks were strangely when I was feeling a lot of anxiety, I guess, and usually when I'm super tired, that's usually when I experience it. I had another experience of sleep paralysis, so I just marked that with this little page flag, as well as this worried Coffee Monsters Co. After this day, when I woke up, I also did a workout, and you'll see later on that this is actually the last workout that I've done in a while. I kind of fell off my bandwagon for planning and workouts, which I don't feel great about. It's really mentally not helping me a lot. I really want to get back into the swing of things, but that's just kind of how it is. Sometimes life just gets in the way. That morning after the workout, I also made some hot dog sandwiches, which I think I looked up a recipe because I had some hot dogs and I really wanted to make it, but I didn't want to we didn't have any hot dog buns, so I wanted to make some kind of sandwich with it, and I found this recipe and I just kind of followed them. I'm not a huge cook. If you guys ever know me, you guys know that I do not know how to cook at all, and I have burnt eggs before because I didn't know that you're supposed to put oil into the pan first. So it's really bad, but I'm trying to get better. Quarantine helped me a little bit with that, but like everything else, everything's kind of falling away, and I've been kind of slacking in that area. This day I was also tanning by the pool, so I just marked it with this little clam planner girl and inside of a half box. The thing after that I marked was just this little thing, and I used a pumpkin paper code that says "not today" and with a really frustrated face. This was when we did our final walkthrough of the place, and this was our first time experiencing buying a house, so there's a lot of mistakes that we made and a lot of things that we wish we did, and a lot of things like that a lot of regret, I guess you could say. But I still love the place that we bought, and I'm happy we got it. It's just that the sellers left it in kind of a mess, and we don't know what the rules and regulations are about everything, and it was just nasty to see the way they left it. So I just marked it down just because I wanted to remember this experience for the future. I'm going to remember it forever just because it was our first time experiencing this, so a lot of things that I'm going to be remembering for a while. Since I didn't do a lot much else this day, I used this huge one time in a million sticker just to mark that we were able to get some takeout. We got it from my favorite boba place, which is Hello Jasmine, as well as this takeout place that we haven't had for a while called St. Alps. The seller's realtor was actually meeting up with us to help us open the door to the place to do the final walkthrough, and he actually forgot the keys, or something happened with the keys. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember now, but long story short, basically the sellers had to come down, drive the keys down to the realtor so he could open the door for us so we could do the final walkthrough. And because they lived in the burbs, it took them a while to get down here. So during that time, we went to St. Alps and Hello Jasmine just to have our quick dinner before we went to the final walkthrough, since it was going to take some time for them to come down. After that, we did our final walkthrough, and I just marked it with this little half box with a house sticker, as well as marked with another frustrated pumpkin paper girl sticker to mark that the seller's realtor forgot the keys, and it was just a whole ordeal. Usually I'm a huge complainer of things, and for some reason, I think because this was just our first house and I was just trying to get the process done, and there was just so many things. We've been waiting on this house for a while. It took us a while to close it down just because we're renting a place right now, and since our lease was going to be up later, we wanted the closing date to be closer to when our lease would be up for the place we're renting at right now. So there was just so many factors that we didn't know all about, and we were concerned that if we were to push the closing date, etc., that it was just going to push everything else back or have a lot of major effects that would affect us and everyone else. So next time, I know now for myself just to fight for myself a little bit more, fight for us a little bit more, and just to make sure of a lot of things, just because a lot of the appliances we realized were actually in like horrible condition, and maybe it's normal for others, but replacing them is really expensive. So that's like adding another cost on top of the house that we already bought. So it was just frustrating. Moving on to Tuesday, I was up really early, so I just marked it with this once more with love sticker, as well as this little thing. After that, we were this was the day we were signing the papers for everything for the house. So we had to go to downtown for that. But before that, we had to go to the bank just to get a cashier's check. We had to get up super early just because the bank was open, I think, at 8:30 because of COVID. And we had to meet with the person right afterwards. So we were trying to get to the bank as soon as possible, and the bank is usually super busy. We went to the one in Chinatown, and there's usually a lot of Asian people in the bank for some reason. There's always a long line at the bank there specifically. So I just marked down that we were able to go to a Chinese bakery that was in Chinatown to get some breakfast, as well as go to the bank, and I had to send some stickers out. So I just marked all that in the 3 checkered checklist. I don't think this showed, but I did some day extenders on the days that I saw that I had a lot of plans. So for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, as well as Friday, all of them had a lot of plans. So I just did them off of screen, I believe. So all of them are from Sticky Essentials if you're interested. But I decided to use this half box just to mark that we are homeowners. I used this half box with a house sticker, as well as this really elated, excited, once more with love munchkin. And then afterwards, we were exhausted. We went home and we just took a nap. So I used a little thing with some slippers that I found in my extra stickers book, and I just marked that we were napping together that day. Even closing was kind of a mess. The downtown office, for some reason, the AC was out, so we were there for about an hour, I think. And the AC was off, so it was super hot. We had to wear our masks, of course, and just stay safe that way. But we also had to park in downtown, which is super expensive, and we had to pay the meter, which is unreasonably priced when you're in downtown. So it was just a lot of things happening that day that we didn't expect. I was expecting closing to run a lot more smoothly and just more, I don't know, I was just expecting it to be very different from how we were experiencing it. It didn't seem like it was anything big happening, and it might be because of COVID, but it was just really weird that it was just so, I guess the word would be like matter of fact, where we were just signing papers and we would leave. It didn't seem like too much of a celebration, I guess. I marked that we were signing closing day papers with this little notebook and pencil, and then I just used this extra gold foil page flag just to mark that we were starting extracurricular, which is this K-drama on Netflix. It was actually really interesting. The plot of the story was really, really interesting that I've never seen in any kind of story before. It's basically about this high schooler, I believe he is, and he kind of runs this kind of security program for sex workers, except he doesn't see them face to face. He's kind of like the middleman for the bodyguard as well as the sex workers. So it's a really interesting scheme, and he gets into a lot of different scenarios that's really, really interesting as well. Afterwards, at the end of the night, I was able to film the week before this, so I just marked that with the little munchkin. I actually did a workout this day too, I guess. So this was actually the last workout that I did for a while. After that, for the nighttime, when we have dinner, me and my fiance usually like to watch something together. And this night we decided to watch Eurovision. He was watching it for a while, but he kept pausing it or stopping at certain times just because it's a very interesting movie. It has, I believe it's Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. It was actually decent, I would say. They were really hard to understand sometimes because I think this is supposed to be based in Iceland, but it's based on the actual Eurovision contest, which I've never heard of. And I just ended the night with some YouTube, so I marked it at the bottom there. Starting on Wednesday, this was really, really creepy. When I was sleeping at night, my fiance actually woke up and he didn't stand up, but he just like looked under our bed. I thought he was awake, so I thought something was wrong or he heard something or something. So I asked him what happened, and he just said, "Where did the guy go?" And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, specifically true crime. Right now, I'm all caught up on My Favorite Murder, but they were the ones I was listening to right before I slept. And hearing that is just super, super creepy, and I am I haven't seen anything supernatural in my life, but sleep paralysis really freaks me out because it feels very supernatural. And when he said that, it was just making me think all kinds of things. So you can bet that I did not sleep for a while after that happened. In the morning, I was able to do a Target run as well as a grocery run. I started to plan backwards just to make sure that I had enough space, but I watched some YouTube at the end of the night, and then after I did my Target run and grocery run, I was actually able to go to my new place and just show my cousin and show some of my friends around, and that was really nice. We were just sitting and talking. They live nearby, so they were able to visit the place, and at the end of the night, I was able to edit the video that I recorded the day before. On to Thursday, I heard that all of Pier 1 imports, they were closing down. So since they're running out of business, a lot of the things are going on sale. And since there was one close to my sister, she lives in the burbs. So I thought I would visit her as well as just go check out the Pier 1 imports just to see if I could find anything. Since we're moving to a new place, I'm really in need of a desk chair. And I was actually able to find one that I really, really love. I didn't think I would ever choose this since green's my most hated color, I think, out of all the colors, maybe very close to orange. This green is almost like a mint color, but kind of a dark mint, I would say. But it's really, really pretty. It's really, really comfortable. So I'm really excited that I was able to find that. And since I was close to the burbs with my sister, I just had a quick meal with her at Burger King. I got some takeout while she had to finish some things from work since she's working from home. And I just marked that with this little burger that's from a 1 in a million sticker kit. After that, we were able to go to the dollar store as well as the Super H Mart. So I just marked it with this little 3 checklist as well as with a once more with a little munchkin. When I got home, I was just doing a lot of cleaning. I cleaned the kitchen up, so I just marked it with this little dish that's, I believe, from Moonlight Paper Co. Always, if there's any stickers that you guys would like to know, please let me know down below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. A lot of the stickers I use a lot of the brands, I should say, that I use are from the same shops. So I usually use the same stickers each week. So I thought that putting it in the description wasn't that helpful since it doesn't really tell you which sticker I'm using specifically. So just let me know down below if you would like to know more information about a specific sticker. This day, Starbucks was also doing a buy one get one free drink, so me and my sister participated before I left and went back home. I marked it with this little extra sticker that I found from my extra stickers book, and then after that I just marked with a little thing, this Once More with Love munchkin that was kind of laying down on the floor. I think before it said nope at the top of it, but I just cut it off, and I just wrote down that my fiance came home and he was just having a bad day. So he's been having a lot of anxiety and stress a lot from everything that's going on. Moving, it takes a lot of stress on everybody, I believe. So he was just having a hard time, and I just wanted to mark it down in the planner. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to mark that in the morning I was able to spend a lot of time with my sister, who I haven't seen in a while. So I just marked that with the little Once More with Love sticker that has 2 girls that are kind of holding hands and cheering. At the end of the night, my favorite thing to do is usually just to watch some YouTube as well as listen to some podcasts. So I just marked my YouTube with the same washi strip and a YouTube binge sticker that I believe is from Paper Company that I used the day before. And then at the end of the night, since I watched a lot of podcasts, I just used a half box to mark it with this sticker that is from Saucy Stickers Co., I believe. Saucy Stickers Co. is one of the shops that offer a lot of icons in foil as well as in black, which I appreciate because of kits like this. I don't usually have a lot of icons that are in the color that's used. I'm usually a silver foil person, but since these kits do require gold and I don't always like to mix them, I use the black option instead because my pen's always going to be black when I write in the plans, so the black icons really help me to off balance everything as well. Moving on to Friday, this was another day that I got up early, so I just used the page flag as well as the Once More with Love munchkin, just waking up early to mark that. When I woke up, I was actually doing a lot of watching of YouTube this day. I follow a lot of various YouTube channels on YouTube, so whenever I have any time, I like to catch up on a lot of different videos just because I subscribe to so many different kinds of channels. Marked things a little out of order this day just because of the spacing of everything. So after this on my planner, I see that I took a nap after the YouTube, but I'm pretty sure that was later on in the day. For this day, I went to one of my students' house. It's really late in the summer, but I had some things that I had to drop off to them since I didn't see them on the last day of school. They had some leftover papers, and since they're transferring schools, I won't be seeing them in the upcoming year. So I dropped it off at their house, as well as a present that I got for my co-teacher. Since I'm going to be in a new classroom, even if I wasn't moving to a new classroom, usually at the end of the year, I like to give them a little gift before summer, just as a thank you for the year that we've had together and a good luck to the future, basically. So I just did a drop off for the both of them. I marked it with a half box as well as a car sticker. And I'm pretty sure after I did this, that's when I took the nap, which is what I'm marking right now. I used the YouTube binge sticker that I was using previously, and since I was out of washi strips, I just made a little washi strip combination with two little headers, I should say. And then I used the YouTube binge sticker to cover that up. After that, like I said, I marked my nap, and I just used these slippers that I got from my extra stickers book to mark that I had a nap. This is where I was trying to mark down the drop off, but then I realized that the space was too small, so I opted out for the slippers instead to mark down my nap. It looks like I forgot to include a clip here of the half box with the drop off, but after I did that, I did the nap, and then at the end of the night, I was able to do some voiceovers. So I marked it with the Saucy Stickers Co. Sticker again with the microphone to mark that I did some sleepovers. We had a little family walk that night, so I went with my fiance to walk my dog, and at the end of the night, I was able to just put on a little bit of makeup, mascara, and do my eyebrows as well, just because one of my friends is moving for his job. So we were having a little goodbye dinner with him. So I marked it with a little half box, and from the sticker book that I got from Michael's for 1 in a Million, she had some extra food stickers. Since we had pizza and chicken wings, I just used the 2 of those to mark that we had Illuminati's and Popeyes. Being from Chicago, I actually don't like Illuminati's that much. I am not a deep dish girl at all. I am thin crust all the way. But the Popeyes was delicious as always. Underneath that, I just used another quarter box, I think you would say, and it had some gold foil in it already, but I just used this happy face sticker that's from, I believe it was an extra from the Giving Girl, and I just marked that little happy face to write good luck to the person that's leaving. And I used a little husky sticker just because the place we were meeting at to do the goodbye dinner, that's the person that has the husky, and whenever we go to their house, I like to mark it with the husky. On to Saturday now. Again, I did my makeup, just mascara and my eyebrows, so I marked that in the morning with a Pumpkin Paper Co. sticker. This was the day that I actually went to a place called Sushi World with my cousin and her boyfriend. We had a little double date at Sushi World. Sushi World is kind of an all-you-can-eat place, and it's a little bit further in the suburbs, but they took safety precautions and they were having all of their tables super far apart from each other. So even though there were other customers there, they were far away, at least 2 tables away from us, I believe, or from each other. After that, we were close to the burbs where there was the H-Mart again, so we went there just because my cousin hasn't been there for a while, as well as there's a place called Hello Tokyo, which is very much like a Daiso. So they had a lot of super cheap items, which were mostly $2. The whole store was $2 unless it was indicated otherwise. So I spent quite a lot of money there just on some cheap items that I was needing for the new house, as well as just necessities for my new place, as well as this house that we're currently in. At the end of the night, I did a little K-pop session, which is just catching up on a lot of K-pop music, which K-pop music, they come out very frequently and often with new people almost weekly. So there was just a lot, there's always a lot to catch up on in terms of the K-pop world. On Sunday, we were able to do some brunch at home. We just made some breakfast burritos. So I marked it with the one ton in a million burrito sticker, as well as watch some Netflix, probably more of the extracurricular. At the end of the night, I was able to watch more YouTube. So I just marked it the same way that I did before, with two little headers and covering it up with the YouTube binge sticker. And I think this night was also the night that I did these nails that you guys are looking at. To mark that, I just used a hexagon, as well as this nail polish sticker that is from my extra stickers book. And I just wrote that I had a fail for a stick on nails because I don't think they turned out the best. They could have been better, and I don't think they were, as you can see from here, they're kind of peeling up on the corners from the top for some reason. I think I was just stretching them out too much, or I'm not sure. I was just using them the wrong way, that it wasn't working quite right. After that, I was just marking that I did a face mask that day. I did a little bit of me time, so I just used a little sticker from HarrietWrightDesigns to mark that I was doing a face mask, as well as just doing some shaving. I'm really hoping to do some live plan with me's where I ask you guys some questions and I'm able to record one answering them, and do one plan with me that's a walkthrough. I'm really hope that's one of my goals before I start school again, because I know when school starts it's going to be really hard to do that, but hopefully I'm going to be able to find some time today or some other day where I'm going to be able to do that. I know my voice is pretty monotone. I hope you guys don't mind it at all. I'm trying to spice things up. I know that Planning Kalo, she's been doing a lot of things on her channel that's been really inspiring me to kind of differentiate myself from the rest of the planner world. Right now, I was kind of starting this channel as a way to help myself to remember certain things, and just to look at in the future in case I wanted to remember things for myself. But I do want to stand out a little bit and kind of show myself a little bit more. So I hope to do that in the future. As you can see now, I'm just kind of adding more foil to the rest of the spread. The sticker book that I got from Michael's from one ton in a million, she had these extra gold foil stickers that I don't think I would use that often, especially since I don't use gold that often. So I just used them to spread throughout the kit, and it's going to be hard to see now, but like I said, if you follow me on Plan with Eva, you'll be able to see some close-up shots there. As always, I am open to criticism. I am open to any feedback you guys might have for me. I'll try to take them to heart and to put them into the videos that I make forward. Please just leave them in the comments below and I'll try to read them as soon as I can. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of this out, and I'll see you guys in a little bit to end off the video. Here's the finished spread. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys liked the foil shot at the end, please let me know and I'll change the formatting around. But this is it for me. I hope you guys join me next time in my next plan with me. Please bear with me while I catch up to all my plans. I hope you guys have a lovely day. See you next time. Bye.